Alrighty, I just got back from watching Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, so obviously, let's talk about it. Now, full disclaimer, this is a spoiler-free review. Spoiler-free. You're not going to find anything that will ruin your movie-going experience in this video. That being said, if you want to go in knowing nothing about this film, feel free to click away right now. Again, I'm not going to be discussing anything that is not general knowledge or has not been shown in the trailer. I will just be discussing these things from the viewpoint of someone who's watched this movie. So again, if you care about spoilers and want to go in completely blind into this movie, please feel free to click away. But for those of you who have decided to stick around, let's get into it. First off, I just want to address the question, is this better than No Way Home? But I think they're going to draw a lot of comparisons, and this is probably going to be a controversial opinion, but after viewing it only once, I do believe that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is definitely a better film than Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm not going to go into those reasons because I think they would be spoilers. Let me go into what I enjoyed about this movie. One, I think the performances across the board were amazing. Benedict Cumberbatch is just absolutely fantastic as Doctor Strange. I mean, what else did you expect there? He did a really good job even with the different versions of Strange. Obviously not to the level of like Oscar Isaac and Moon Knight, but you got to take into consideration in Moon Knight, these are different personalities, and although they're the same person, each personality is different in and of themselves. How they talk, what they think. The only thing they have in common is that they're in the same body. Doctor Strange is playing different Doctor Stranges across different multiverses, so it's a little bit different there, and I think he does an incredible job in every role that he's in this film.
One of the best parts of this film is Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch. Oh my gosh, is she incredible in this movie. Her acting is phenomenal. Her role was phenomenal. I was left speechless. I mean, she's one of the best parts of this movie. I felt like in WandaVision, they were like, hey, she's the Scarlet Witch. And you were kind of left, what does that mean? This movie shows what that means very well. This girl is insanely powerful. Loved her in this movie. She was fantastic. If you're a Scarlet Witch fan, you'll love this movie. And this film definitely felt like not only a sequel to Doctor Strange, but also a sequel to WandaVision. Doctor Strange still definitely feels like the main character, so no worries there if that's something you were afraid of. I kind of was, maybe. I don't know. The Illuminati. I'm going to talk about them for a little bit. I'm not going to mention members or any particular scenes. I'm just going to say that they were an awesome part of this movie. Loved all the scenes that they were in. I thought they did a good job adapting it from the comics. This wasn't how I thought we were going to see them for the first time in the MCU, but definitely not disappointed with what they ended up going with.
America Chavez is a new character introduced in this film, and I thought she was absolutely fantastic. I did feel that too often they used her as a plot device, and she could have used a little bit more character development, but I don't think it was a major flaw, and it doesn't ruin the movie or her character. It just maybe would have been nice. The actress did an amazing job playing her. I don't remember her name. I can't wait to see America in future Marvel project. I'll actually be interested to see what movie she pops up in after this one, because to be honest, I'm looking at the schedule, or I'm thinking of the schedule, and I just don't know where she'd fit into anything, but that's just me. To be honest, when it was announced that Sam Raimi was going to be directing this movie after Scott Hendrickson, I think that's his last name, I'm actually not sure, left the project, the original director of Doctor Strange, when he left the project and they said that Sam Raimi was going to come in, I was a bit skeptical. I'd only ever watched the original Spider-Man films that Raimi did, and to be honest, I really did enjoy them, but I wasn't sure how good of a choice Raimi was for the tone that this movie was trying to set, which was the MCU's first attempt to like dive into horror, and I think Raimi did a fantastic job. Do I wish they dove more into that horror aspect? Absolutely. I think they just played with it. They toiled with it. I could definitely see moments where they could have and should have gone a lot deeper into that horror aspect. But I do understand Marvel and Disney's reasons for not doing that, and I also understand that their target audience is children and families, and so they're not going to put super scary stuff in it, and I absolutely understand. Something I was surprised about is how little they went into the multiverse in this movie. I definitely felt like they set the stage for future multiverse stories, but it wasn't as deep as I thought it was going to be. One thing that I did enjoy about this film was that they really went into the Darkhold. Now, if you don't know what the Darkhold is, it was the book that was shown at the end of WandaVision. You saw Agatha Harkness using it in the finale of WandaVision, and then you also saw in the post-credit scene of WandaVision that Wanda also had it now and was using it. It wasn't really explained what the Darkhold was in WandaVision. All they said was that, hey, this book is called the Darkhold, and it's the Book of the Danged. Gotta keep it clean here. And that it's a source of chaos magic. That's it. That's all we get. This movie definitely goes a little bit more into the origins of this book, kind of where it started, its purpose, its power. It doesn't go all the way, though. It definitely leaves room for more fleshing out. The post-credit scenes were good. I'm only including this in so that, unlike me, you don't have to wait and just see how many there are. There are 2 post-credit scenes, one mid-credit scene and one end-credit scene at the very end. They're both really short, which is my only problem I have with both of them. So yeah, definitely stay till the end of the credits. Don't be a fake fan. So one other concern I had going into this film was that the runtime was way too short. This movie clocks in at about 2 hours and 6 minutes, which I know what you're thinking. That's really short. And I don't really understand why Marvel went this route. I feel like they could have added a lot more into this movie and developed a lot more characters. But it runs very smoothly. It never feels super rushed, and it doesn't feel super slow. Like, there's never a slow moment. And I really appreciated it at the beginning. Like, you're into the action super quickly. Like, there's not a lot of setup. I don't know, as a moviegoer who's really excited to just get into all the exciting stuff I was looking forward to, I really appreciated that. But the pacing of this movie is really good. I'd say my only problem is towards the end, it felt a bit rushed.
But overall, I think this is a fantastic movie, a great break from a traditional Marvel format. This definitely feels different. It stands out as different, as a new kind of style. I think the horror aspect definitely adds to that feeling. This is different from anything else we've ever seen in the MCU. Love Sam Raimi. Hope he comes back and directs a Midnight Suns film. Wasn't too sure if I wanted that until I saw this in Moon Knight. Now I'm like, give me Midnight Suns, please. If you don't know what that is, I can explain it later. I don't really want to in this video. I'd say I don't have too many complaints about this film. I'd say off the top of my head, there was one scene that felt like it was straight out of a CW show. I was like, okay. That's kind of cringe, but whatever. Like, it felt like it was straight out of The Flash or something like that. And maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know. But that was my initial reaction when I saw it. Hopefully when you see the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. In the first scene, the opening scene of the film, the CGI was a bit messed up. Like, I could tell that some of the actors were digitally rendered. Now, was that the case? Maybe there was just too much CGI and it just seemed like that. But the first scene kind of felt messy with the CGI, but again, not that big of a deal. I'm just trying to find something wrong with it so it doesn't seem like I'm just praising it. Great film, super good, go see it. I think they did a good job. It ties into No Way Home less than I thought, which is both a pro and a con, because if you didn't know this already, before the pandemic, Doctor Strange was supposed to come out before No Way Home. So Multiverse of Madness was supposed to affect No Way Home, not the other way around.
But in conclusion, I think Multiverse of Madness is a fantastic movie. I think it's the best Doctor Strange movie. I definitely think it's better than No Way Home. That being said, this was my first viewing. I'm going to see it tomorrow again. So we'll see if that view holds. I'm thinking about posting a spoiler-filled video this Monday. Let me know down in the comments section below if you'd want to see that. We'll go a lot more in depth, almost like break it down. Hopefully it will be less of a review and more of a breaking down. If you could in the comments help me keep it as spoiler free as possible. We don't want to ruin any movie going experience for anyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy Multiverse of Madness as much as I did. Peace.